Hello, everyone. Welcome to my live stream. Hello, everyone. Hello. How are you? I'm not doing bad. I had kind of a rough day from work. I was like stressed out about something and just think about how easily frustrated I get sometimes or overwhelmed when it's too much going on at one time. I'll get into that later. It's kind of personal for me. Everything is personal, honestly, but yeah, it's just one of those days that you want to scream and you wish you were rich. You wish you didn't have to work every day to support yourself, or else you'll be homeless. But anyways, today is Tuesday. I'm a little bit chilly. Today's Tuesday, October 22nd. It is 6:26 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Let me see the weather. It's a little bit on the chilly side, but not too bad. Where is the weather? I'm trying to give y'all a weather update. Like, what's the weather right now where I am? So it is 70 degrees. It doesn't feel like it. It's more 60 something. It's not bad. So today's topic is, why aren't abuse victims believed? That's a good topic, good question, and it's a sad question because it should be like, it's great that, victims are believed. But I was watching a video today from, I think it's called White Underbelly or something. Hello, Embracing Live. Hey, how are you? I miss your lives, girl. Where you been? What's the show called again? So there's a show on YouTube called, I think it's called White Underbelly. And what's it called? Okay, it's called Soft White Underbelly. I really don't even know what that means. But Soft White Underbelly is an American YouTube channel by Mark Leda that interviews people who are frequently invisible in society: the unhoused, the sex worker, the chronic drug user, the runaway, the gang member, the poor, and the sick. So I'm subscribed to that channel. I never really get a chance to sit down and watch his videos, but I did watch a video today. Vinod Kumar says, hello, hi Vin, how are you? Can you reply me? Reply, we mean reply you. Did you send me a message? I don't know. G Chef Gaming says, hi G Chef, how's everybody? Please give this live a like if you can. So yeah, he did a video interviewing a woman who claimed to have been at Diddy's freak-offs. And if you guys don't know what's going on with P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, Sean Combs, you might be living under a rock, and I don't blame you, because the world is just really disgusting at this point. So let me read the title of the thing real quick so I can make sure I'm saying it to you right, because I'm going to talk about that real quick, and it's going to lead back to my whole why aren't abuse victims believed. G Chef says, also, if you think of my gender, it's a boy. I have no problem with what your gender is, sir. You could be a female, male, boy, girl. People are free to be who they want to be. That, you know what I'm saying? What you choose to be does not affect me. Where's the video that he... It must have been more than 10 days ago. But anyway, he interviewed a woman, like I said, who claimed to have been at Diddy's freak-offs. And why I cannot find the video so I can tell you the right title of it. I just watched it today. Anyway, I forgot the lady name, but apparently she was, Anno says 1K oil. What does that mean? So apparently she was an inspiring singer. I don't know if she gave up on her singing career. Oh, you're a sub? Thank you for subscribing. Why I can't find the video? Soft White Underbelly. Let me see if I can find it. Freak-offs. Yeah, so apparently she was an inspiring singer, and so I guess somebody she knew was like, hey, I'm gonna take you to Diddy's party. And so she's like, hey, I think it was a producer. Okay, so it's called My Night at P. Diddy's Freak Off, and her name is Tania. It's on Soft White Underbelly's channel. It's 2 million views, and it came out 10 days ago, and I'm just now seeing it today. So she was an inspiring singer, and I guess a producer or somebody at the time took her to one of Diddy's parties, and she's thinking she's gonna be able to like elevate her career. She's thinking she's gonna sing for Diddy, and he gonna put her on. But come to find out, she was in for a rude awakening, and she wasn't down for that. So she go to the party, and I guess one of Diddy's sons called her out and was like, hey, I want you, come into the house with me. So I guess she put on some special shoes. I guess, I don't think he allows shoes in the house or something like that. So she went inside, and she couldn't even really, she was too afraid to even describe some of the stuff that she saw. She was saying that she was afraid to name names, but there were several celebrities there, and one of them was like a rapper that she actually really liked, but she felt differently, I guess, about it, because the rapper was basically putting hands on her, rubbing on her, like, oh, hey, what's up? You know, kind of being, that's basically sexual harassment. You put your hand on somebody that didn't give you permission, that's sexual harassment or sexual assault. So, yeah, he was rubbing on her body like, oh, what's up? You like the party? You like my place? So, yeah, so she said she walks into the party. She's seen all kind of, this is going to be inappropriate topic, so if you have a child in the room, you might want to step off. But she was saying that she saw orgies, okay? She saw people doing their thing sexually out in the open. And I think the way Diddy set it off was that he was pleasuring himself in front of everybody to get the party jumping and to get people excited. And she just couldn't believe it. And so she said before she even came to the party, they take your phone and put it in a special pouch so that you can't record. Thank you for the sub, G Chef. So she was talking about how, I don't know how long ago she came up with her story, but apparently she came out with her story in the past about what went down at Diddy's party, and people did not believe her. And so now when all the allegations are coming out now, she's like, oh, so not everybody believed me. She said, I knew it. I told y'all. Y'all didn't want to believe me. And it's really sad how people look at you at a certain way and consider you like not credible. You know, she might had a certain look or aesthetic that people didn't, you know, maybe she wasn't fully clothed and all dressed up, look like a church lady. Maybe that's why they didn't believe her. Hitter cuck, what are you saying? I'm going to have to put you on timeout because I don't know what's going on. I'm not okay with the spamming right now. I'm not going to fix the camera. This is where the camera's going to be. But thank you, Yash Patel, for joining in. Are you from India? So she's saying, you know, why didn't nobody believe me? You know, I've been telling y'all what went down at Diddy's party. She just said she was basically traumatized from all the things she saw at the parties. And she even said that she saw underage people there. And she was really, you could tell she's afraid to even say more detail. She was afraid to name names because of like probably fear of being sued, fear of being, you know, taken, you know, assaulted or killed, because people will do that. To keep silent, abusers threaten victims. They do all kind of stuff. They tarnish your name. Oh, she's lying. She's not credible. And I was watching a video yesterday from, oh my God, what the lady name is? I should know this. Ooh, I'm gonna put her name in the description. But she is like a black vlogger, and she talks about, like, you know, the black community issues with black men and women and stuff like that. And they were talking about how in the black community, and I think other communities can identify with this, but she was talking about in the black community, the victims are treated like trash. And I agree with her. Victims are treated like low class citizens. The abusers get the protection, they get the benefit of the doubt. But when you come out as a victim, it's like, oh, you're lying, and there's no welcoming. Let me see. I'm go by. Okay, well, have a good day. Yash Patel says, ma'am, what are you doing? I'm here talking. Let me go get a sweater or something. I'm a little bit chilly. I think it's Cynthia G. Let me look it up. I'm going to make sure. Her name is Cynthia G. Let me get to the video. I want to make sure I give her credit. Cynthia G. Can your camera move? Where you want me to move the camera? Because it's not going to my face, okay? Look, I can move it. Yes, it can move. Yes, it can move. Okay? It does move. Vashnavs Vasadi said, hey, audio is good, but no, there's no face for a reason. No face, no trace. I'm just being silly, but no, I don't show my face. You must be new to my channel. I appreciate your view right now, but I don't show my face. Not on purpose anyway. I make videos about trauma survivors. Anyway, so Cynthia G, let me go to the live. She did a live stream the other day. Was it yesterday? I could have sworn she went live yesterday. Anyway, Cynthia G went live recently, and she talked about, I do have content. Go to my channel, Yash Patel. I make videos about trauma survivors. I make videos, I do lives, I do shorts, and I put community posts. No problem, Vashnav. So yeah, she did a live recently, and she talked about how in the Black community, like, the victims are treated like automatic liars. We're not supported. Where, oh, she's lying. It's just not a healthy space for people who have been victimized. It's just weird. And she was talking about how it's weird that abusers are protected. And I think it is a huge issue in the Black community, but I feel like overall victims don't feel comfortable coming out, you know. But in most communities, you would expect that, hey, someone says she's been victimized, we're going to believe them. You know how they say someone who's accused of a crime is innocent until proven guilty? But when a victim comes out, it's like the victim is lying until proven otherwise. So until all these accusations and stuff came up about Diddy, people weren't believing people. It was hush hush. There was no, I guess, proof that he was doing all this abuse at his mansion and all the other places. But when Cassie came out and just created a domino effect, that's when people were gonna be like, oh yeah, oh my goodness, yes. And they saw the video of Cassie being abused by Diddy on camera. It's like there's no denying that. When there's hardcore evidence, there's no denying what happened. There's no more, oh, she's lying. It's on video. And that's why Diddy was so slick about when you came to his home and he did all the sexual stuff, to take your phone, no recording, no cameras, because he knew that what he was doing was inappropriate. He knew that it was beyond taboo, and people would definitely like say, you need to get arrested. Because even the girl Tania, who was on Soft White Underbelly, she talked about how it was illegal stuff going on. You know, you could tell people were like on a lot of drugs. And the thing about Diddy is that he didn't allow you to bring your phones into his parties and stuff like that. But then he would record you. He was recording, allegedly secretly recording in every room to, you know, to watch, you know, maybe he was a voyeur. I'm guessing Diddy is definitely a big voyeur. So he wanted to be able to watch the videos back and get turned on and stimulate himself after the fact. Also, he used those videos as blackmail. Like, oh, so you don't do this for me, or you tell whatever, I got you on video doing that. But it's so weird that he was used as blackmail, because what you were doing is illegal. You were recording people doing things without their permission, their consent. So it's like, he was just a huge hypocrite. He didn't allow you to bring cameras in, but he would have the camera recording you. So he was doing illegal things and didn't want you to record his illegal things. And the stuff that he recorded is going to be held against him. He's putting the nail in his own coffin. They got the tapes and everything. Like, will never understand why abusers record the abuse. You know, they just really are true narcissists to think that they're bigger than life, they're bigger than the law, that they will never get in trouble. And Diddy had been getting away with this stuff for many years. And it's not just about Diddy. This live is not just about P. Diddy. It's all about people who have a lot of power and they abuse people and they think they'll never get caught. They think that everyone's going to believe them. But your time will come. If you're doing somebody wrong, no matter if it's 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, your time will come. Look at the situation with the Cleveland House of Horrors. Ariel Castro, he abducted those girls for many years, had them in his home, being his sex slave and his everything, whatever disgusting stuff. And it took them what, 10 years to get freed. And allegedly he committed suicide. But I think that they may have found somebody to take him out. But I don't know what happened. So he got so comfortable and lax, thinking that, oh, I've been doing this so long, I have them as my prisoner. They'll never get out. But he slipped up. So eventually your time will come. It's sad to me that people are even abused and victimized, but unfortunately we can't control life, and we know that's how things just happen. There's good and evil in life, but it's just so sad that so much bad things can happen to people for so many years and no one is paying attention, no one is looking, no one is really digging deep to see what's going on here. People give people way too much benefit of the doubt, and I think that's what abusers bank on. They bank on you giving them the benefit of the doubt. They bank on you saying, oh, I don't think he would do that. Oh, he's always smiling and happy and I never suspected anything. And that's what narcissists do. They know how to wear a mask. I can bet my bottom dollar that most abusers are narcissists. Like, honestly, in my experiences, abusers are narcissists. And I'm sure there's people who are not narcissists that abuse, and they're just basically doing what was done to them. But at a certain point, it needs to stop. And people need to believe victims. When someone comes out, believe them. Because one day you can be a victim. One day you will be a victim. And aren't you going to want people to believe you? So I will never understand victim blamers and people who don't believe victim, because anybody is susceptible to being a victim. Yash Patel says, ma'am, what about what you talking now? I'm talking about why don't people believe victims? And I'm talking about P. Diddy, Sean Combs, and just talking about abusers in general who abuse people for many, many years. And they have people who turn a blind eye, and people who are not believing victims until it's on, national news. Martin Johnson said, hi, I am from Arkansas. Yeah, do some hiking, walk around a bit so I can view of nature more. Not right now. Maybe one day I'll walk and talk. But right now we're stationary. We're going to sit here and talk. Okay, Martin Johnson, thank you so much for joining my live. Get this live a like if you can. But yeah, people need to start, the world needs to start believing abusers the first time. The Black community, like I said, I'm going to try to find the video that Cynthia G was talking about and link it in my description. But when you are in a community that protects the abusers and shuns the victims, it's really heartbreaking. And I can testify on that. You guys know that my channel is about trauma survivors, and I am a survivor of childhood trauma, and I was victim blamed. I was not protected, and the abuser was protected in my own family. So I know firsthand what it's like to be a victim, and even a child trying to navigate, like, why are people not believing me, or why am I being treated like that? And I'm a kid. It doesn't make sense, but it's just when families try to protect abusers, almost like they're trying to protect their family secret. They don't want the world to know that the family is trash. So by protecting the abuser, you're protecting the secret, and you're protecting the so-called legacy. But the legacy is trash. Any family that protects abusers and just disrespects and disregard victims is not a family. That's a cult. Period. Point blank. And leave a comment if you agree with that. Martin says, yeah, I heard the guy P. Diddy is in jail. Yes, he's in jail, and I don't see him getting out. There's nothing in the world that will get him out other than get out of prison. He's in there. He's done a lot of things. People have been ignoring the victims, ignoring the signs, ignoring everything for years because he's famous, and they want to, like, I don't know what it is. I don't know why abusers love to rub elbows with each other and protect each other and think they're never going to get in trouble. And whoever was a part of Diddy's sick, sexcapades and all that other stuff that happened, they need to go down too. Is it Nevia or Nevea? No. Yeah, is it Nevea? Nevea says, can you play Thick of It by KSI and rate it? I cannot play any, like, copywritten stuff on my live, okay? I will get a strike, and I don't want that. I'm trying to get monetized, so. I'm probably going to get off in about 15 minutes. But you guys leave a comment. How do you feel about victim blamers? How do you feel about when victims aren't protected? Why do you feel like people protect abusers? And it's crazy because there's plenty of people who are on YouTube and in the world who are victim blamers. I get comments on my videos about domestic violence on the daily about Jenna Lee, about people saying, "Oh, she asked for it. Oh, women need to take accountability." It's like never the abuser's fault. It's like, "Oh yeah, he did that, but you antagonized him. Oh, he did that to you, but you liked it. You enjoyed it." They don't hold these abusers accountable, and that's why abusers do what they do, because somebody's gonna have their back. Someone is going to protect them. And if you see someone protecting an abuser, most likely they're an abuser too. And you're in the same category. If somebody's an abuser and you're protecting the abuser, you're not telling, you're not getting help for the victim, then you're just as bad as the problem. You're the problem as well, is what I'm saying. You are the problem as well. Believe victims. Your child can be a victim one day. Would you want someone to question your child and not believe them? You could be a victim one day. Would you want someone to question you and not believe you? I don't understand why people are so and what's the opposite of empathetic? It's just not enough empathetic people out there. People who can truly put themselves in the shoes of other people. People are so selfish. They only think about themselves. Not everyone, obviously, but people who victim blame and don't believe victims are just, they lack empathy. They truly, truly do. Because it didn't happen to you, or because you don't, oh, I don't see the evidence, or I didn't believe that. And people love to say things like, oh, well, I didn't experience that with so-and-so. He was nice to me. He treated me well. He didn't do that to me. So it's like, oh, well, it didn't happen to me, so then it didn't happen to you neither. It's crazy. I respect people who say things like, well, I didn't have that experience with so-and-so, but I definitely support this person's story, and if they said it happened, then it happened. We need more of those kind of people. Let's look at what empathy means, because not enough people know what it means and live that kind of, have that kind of characteristic. So empathy, the ability to understand and share the feelings of another. He has a sentence for it would be, he has a total lack of empathy for anybody. Okay, the term empathy is used to describe a wide range of experiences. Emotion researchers generally define empathy as the ability to sense other people's emotions, coupled with the ability to imagine what someone else might be thinking or feeling. I have been empathetic since, I feel like, day one. I feel like children are naturally empathetic until things happen in their life that turn them away from that. But even despite things that I've been through, my trauma, I am a very empathetic person. I always try to see things from people's point of view and try to put myself in their shoe. Like, being a victim makes you really, it should make you empathetic. But some people have been victims of abuse, and instead of supporting victims, they are bashing them. And it's really sad. And people like that need to truly get help. AREN Rigo says, okay. Izukanji Simbai says, how are you? I'm well. How are you? And you said that's very true. Thank you. Before you victim blame, before you say, I'm not going to believe this victim, think about your child. Think about yourself. If something happened to you, would you want people to question you? And this is why a lot of victims don't come out and share their story. Because of threats, because of being victim blamed, because of not being believed, because of retaliation. It's very hard for victims. It's like the world is like pro-abuser or something like that. There's people who are living with things that has happened to them. Tragic things, even years ago, and they still don't feel comfortable sharing their stories because they know how people are when it comes to sharing your truth. And because you like how Sam treated you, then you don't believe Sam's victims. That's not right. You can still like Sam, but say, you know what, Sam, I did like you, but what you did was completely wrong, and I don't respect that. But people can't separate it from what their experience is. Aizu Kanji says, I was very empathetic. You said was. Are you no longer empathetic? Empathy needs to be taught in schools. It's so many things that need to be taught in schools, and it needs to be taught in homes, but not enough parents, you know what I'm saying, are trying to raise decent human beings, it seems like it. And if you want your child to come out normal, you got to be on top of things. What are they seeing? What are they hearing? And talk to them, because we can't catch everything. Our child is going to go to school and they're going to be influenced by other classmates, other friends. So you just got to give them the tools to be prepared for anything as much as possible. Holy Mindset TV says, I'm Holy Mindset TV. What is your channel about? Okay, my channel is called Why Are Humans Like This? And I am a survivor of childhood abuse. And I like to share stories about other survivors of other abuses, whether it's childhood trauma, domestic violence, human trafficking, stuff like that. My most viewed videos are about domestic violence. Another one is about a childhood abuse survivor who survived her father sexually abusing her when she was very young. So those are like my most viewed videos, domestic violence and childhood abuse. And my channel has shared several videos of women coming out about their dads, their biological fathers sexually abusing them. So you really can't, it's not just strangers, it's not just stepdads and boyfriends. Actual biological fathers are also sexually abusing their children. And it's like you can't understand why someone would do that, but it's just a lot of sick people who never got the help they needed. And there's people who act like they don't see what's going on. They don't see the red flags. Aizu Kanji says, I'm not as empathetic. Why are you not as empathetic? What changed your mind? Did something happen? I'm going to be out here for about 3 more minutes, everyone. And then I'll get off live. But I appreciate anyone who came into the live, whether you came in on the beginning, the middle, or the end. And if you're watching the playback, the replay, I really appreciate your support. Feel free to always leave your comments. You don't just have to be a viewer, but it's okay if you're only a viewer. A view is a view, and a support is support, and I appreciate all of it. And if you are a survivor, I salute you. Keep going. Don't give up. Even on bad days, keep going. You have come this far. I have come this far, and I'm not going to give up. Like today it was one of those days for me. You feel me? But I was like, nope. I have something to live for. I'm living for me. I'm living for my children. I'm living for another day. Murat A. Avku says, hi. Hustle is real. Yeah, I'm not sure what you're talking about, but yeah, hustling is a real thing. We gotta hustle nowadays to pay our bills and to stay afloat. I need a side hustle on some real stuff. Justice 9 to 5 is not cutting it, okay? These bills are billing. I'm sure you can relate. But I appreciate the engagement, you all. I hope everyone is doing okay. It's almost 7 p.m. Right now it is 6:54 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Today is Tuesday, October 22nd, 2024. You see the birds? The birds. There's so many birds around here. Murat says from Nevada. Are you from Nevada? That's where you live now? Where you from originally, Murat? I smell something. I'm not cooking anything, right? Yeah. Somebody downstairs is cooking something. Dio the Leo says, sup? What's up, Dio the Leo? How you doing? Okay, Murat says, yeah. Cool. A lot of people from India come into my chat. Oh, you from Turk? You're Turkish? That's pretty cool. I've never had Turkish food. I don't know, I'm just so random. Is Turkish food good, Murat? Is that your favorite kind of food? Of course, you probably are biased because most people love the food they were raised around. Dio the Leo says, I'm from Poland. Okay, hello, hello, Poland. Anyway, I guess you guys don't really want to talk about it, but it's okay. Because one thing about me, whether you guys talk about it in the chat, I'm still going to talk about it. Like, I'm still going to say what I got to say. So I appreciate you if you were quiet or if you had something to say. Murat says originally, but born and raised in Nevada. Oh, okay. So your family is Indian, but you were born and raised in Nevada. And not India, Turkey. Sorry. And yes, Turkish cuisine is one of the best. I had to try it one day, but does Turkish food have like a lot of like vegetarian, vegan options, plant-based options? That's what I would want. Dio DeLeo says, you're mad fine. But you can't see me, Dio DeLeo, but I think I look good though. I think I'm attractive. Okay. Definitely think I'm attractive. And everyone should think highly of themselves. Not too highly where you're like, you know, so arrogant and dismissive of other people, but you should think highly of yourself. So yeah, I do think I'm attractive. Thank you for having the feeling. Murat says, hell yeah, there are tons of different veggie options. Okay, cool. I'm about to look up Turkish food near me right now, Murat. Because now you make me want to try it. Turkish food near me. I never even heard nobody say, oh, you know, I just had some Turkish food. Like, never. Okay, so there's a restaurant. It looks like that we don't really have Turkish food. We have more like... Does Turkish food have... Do you guys eat hummus? And like... I guess there is Turkish-ish type of food. But I'm not sure there's really a Turkish restaurant where I'm at. Let me see. There's a Mediterranean restaurant. A Mediterranean mixed grill. So yeah, I guess there's like Turkish. Okay. Yeah, there's a Turkish restaurant too. Okay, I'm going to try to check that one out. So thank you for giving me the idea, Murat. I'm going to look into trying. I want to try different foods. So thank you. It's Arabic hummus. You in North? I'm in Ohio, so I'm in Midwest. I don't understand the whole Midwest thing. To me, it's not Midwest. To me, it is North, but what do I know? Okay, but allegedly it's Midwest. Let me see. Because, like, I don't understand the whole West part of it because we're not super close to the West. I know they call it Midwest for a reason, but to me, it's more mid. Just call it middle USA. Because we're in between the West and the East. I don't get the whole Midwest thing, to be honest. Because we got the West, we got the East, we got the North, and we got the South. So whose idea was it to call the Midwest? I don't know. Let me see. I just don't get it. I don't get it. Murat says, what type of content you create? I make videos about survivors. Some of my most popular videos are about domestic violence survivors, child abuse survivors, but my most popular videos are about domestic violence. You know, there's a lot of women and there are some men who are victims and survivors of domestic violence. It's a really bad, it's a huge problem, you know. And I also include domestic violence as being children being abused by their parents. That's domestic. That's in your home. So domestic violence generally in America, they call that when a spouse is abusing or when a significant other is abusing their person. But domestic violence is still should include children, because even seeing domestic violence, that is domestic violence. You know what I'm saying? Children shouldn't see that. And they shouldn't be involved with that. And a lot of abusers, they abuse their wives or their girlfriends, and they also abuse the children. And some of them take it too far by harming, by killing their victims. Instead of allowing the victims to live their life free and get away from them, they're like, oh, well, if I can't have you, no one will, type of thing. So when a domestic violence survivor is trying to leave their partner, it's a very dangerous time for them. It increases their violence so much, and there's a chance that you will die trying to make it out alive. So when you're leaving a domestic violence abuse situation, you definitely need to plan it carefully. You need to come up with a safety plan. Yeah, you just can't you can't just up and leave an abuser. You gotta plan it out, because some of these people will try to find you and take you out. They don't want you to leave. And if you guys don't already know, October is National Domestic Violence Awareness Month. And if you are where's the number? I feel like I never know this number by her. I should be the same. Let me see. Let me pull it up. If you or someone you know is a victim of domestic violence, I feel like I'm tongue-tied. If you or someone you know is a victim of domestic violence, please call 800-799-7233 or text the word BEGIN, that's BEGIN, to 88788. Murat says, wow, appreciate the effort you are putting into. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. So I'm going to get off live now, but I appreciate everyone who came into the chat. I hope you guys have a good evening, day, night, morning, wherever you are, whatever the time it is. I hope you're doing okay. All right. And remember, abuse is not okay. If someone is abusing you, something is wrong with them, not you. Don't blame yourself. Don't allow the world, the sick, cruel world, to blame you. All right. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I hope to see you in another live or another video, another short, or even on my community tab. Thanks so much.